real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiffs Kristen Martin and her boyfriend Justin Styron say the defendant is Justin's cousin, and she flirts with all types of men, including married men. And she even flirted with Justin despite the fact that they are related. Kristen says the three of them rented an apartment together, and they're suing for rent, late fees, and emotional distress. Defendant Chelsea Lee says from the moment she moved in with the plaintiffs, they bullied and badgered her. Chelsea claims Kristen sent her harassing text messages and publicly humiliated her on Facebook by calling her a slob and a slut. Chelsea says she only owes for a portion of the rent.
Start with you.
Well, first of all, Judge, you and Doyle should watch out for her. She likes to flirt. She doesn't care if single married. I know firsthand because she used to with my boyfriend all the time, and they're even cousins, so it's a little weird.
All right, we'll watch it. We'll keep an eye on her.
She likes to shop a lot. That's where all her money goes. But we've known each other for 6 years, about 6 years, and we were like best friends. We were like sisters. So we moved in with each other.
Did you know when you moved in with each other that all her money went to shopping?
I didn't know her financial situation was as bad as it was.
All right.
Till the bills started coming.
Okay.
But it all started when she stole $50 from my purse I left overnight on our dining room table.
When you asked her about it, what did she say?
That she didn't do it, and that there were other
so
people.
how do you know she did?
Because there was nobody in the house.
Okay.
Well, it was actually 30. I have text messages.
There was what?
30. It was actually $30.
I'm sorry, Slade.
But I didn't steal it.
Who stole it?
Not my problem. I didn't get through her personal.
Did you live there?
Yes, sir.
It is your problem. If money came up missing in a place that you live in, it's part of your problem as well, because you need to know who's stealing. If it wasn't you, you need to know who's stealing in your place. But if you don't mind, if it's not your problem, you need to have her ripped off. It's not her problem. She doesn't mind. Who stole it?
Not my problem. I didn't get through her personal.
Did you live there?
Yes, sir.
It is your problem. If money came up missing in a place that you live in, it's part of your problem as well. But if you don't mind, if it's not your problem, you need to have her ripped off. It's not her problem. She doesn't mind.
Plaintiffs Kristen Martin and her boyfriend Justin Styron are suing Justin's cousin, who claims Kristen humiliated her on Facebook by calling her a slob and a slut.
All right, ma'am, let me hear from you.
Okay, well, first of all, I was actually badgered and bullied through my whole living situation with them.
How long were you living there?
Since December.
And when did the bullying and badgering occur?
Well, it did begin in December as soon as we moved in because she accused me of taking a bath in her bathroom, which I didn't. I don't know why she would think that.
You mean verbally badgering you?
Yes, and it was also through text messaging and through Facebook. She publicly humiliated me through Facebook. So she did that.
Because you took a bath in her tub.
Correct.
What was she saying?
She was calling me a slob, a slut, just things that I wasn't, and she was calling me promiscuous, and there was no reason for it.
When you mentioned it to her, what did she say? How did she respond?
She actually found out that it was not true, and she apologized. And when she apologized...
How did she find out it wasn't true?
Well, the promiscuous situation is her opinion. I really don't care if
you
she
say she
that.
found out that what she said wasn't true. That's
no,
what
I'm talking
saying.
about, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the fact about me taking a bath in her bathroom.
Oh, okay.
She had texted one of her friends, and her friends had told her that they had taken the bath in the bathtub because she said that she found hair in the bathtub.
Someone else admitted to doing it.
There's more to that story.
All right. And well, we got to get past the bathtub story.
So there was a written agreement in January. And
well, why did you stay under those circumstances?
Well,
if it began when you first moved in, when did you move out?
In June.
June. Why did you stay 6 months under those conditions, being badgered, defamed?
Well, at that time, my parents were in Miami, so I really didn't have any place to stay.
Okay, for those 6 months?
Correct.
All right, and they wouldn't let you in the house by yourself? Well,
No,
when
they would
you're
let
on
me
pa-
in the house by myself. I'm sorry. I
Okay, so
misheard
why
you.
didn't you stay there? You say the reason you remained at this location being badgered was because your parents were in Miami.
Right, because.
But did they have a place in the same town that you lived
Oh,
in?
no. No,
Oh,
Your
okay.
Honor.
They didn't live there.
Right.
Okay. And so where did you go when you moved?
I actually went down to Miami.
Okay. So you were badgered until you decided to go with your parents.
Correct.
All right. Why didn't you decide earlier?
I thought things would have gotten better.
For 6 months, you continued to be badgered under the assumption that things were going to get better.
Correct.
All right. Good enough. All right. And let's get to how she owes for the rent.
We all moved in together in the beginning of December. On the money, we were each to pay $310 apiece. So come April, she didn't pay her rent. We received a notice.
That was the first month she failed to pay?
Yes, sir. So they left a notice on our door saying that we owed them a little over $400 because of a $100 late fee. She wrote, we have on the paper here where she wrote she was going to call them the next day. It says I will call them tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see it. All right, so
And,
she said this, but what did happen?
And we were under the assumption, because we weren't on speaking terms then, that she took care of her,
Okay,
her
what
part.
did happen?
She didn't pay her part.
All right, and
and
that
then-
was for what month is exact?
For April.
April.
Then
That's the
the
only
next
month
month-
she didn't pay?
No, sir.
Did she pay for May?
No, sir.
Did she pay for June?
No, sir.
All right. Did she live there April and May?
Yes, sir.
All right. And did she live there June?
For approximately the first half of the month.
And did she cause a $100 late fee for that month as well, June?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what did she say?
We tried contacting her, and then when we received this eviction notice, the second month that she did not pay, so her mom, I talked to her mom on the phone. Her
What
mom
month?
said it was June. Yes, June. I talked to her mom on the phone. Her mom said that she would take care of all of the money that she owed, that she was going to be moving out.
That mom
and-
would take care of
Yeah,
it.
that her mom would take care of her mom and stepdad. And that, you know, as long as nothing's missing, then they would do their thing. And I was straightforward with her mom. I said, I have her flat screen TV, you know, all that stuff in my room for collateral. And I said, I will put it back in her room as soon as I get home, you know, as soon as, you know, as long as the payment's made.
And it wasn't
So-
paid, obviously.
No, sir. I
Was
gave her
any
all
of
of her
nothing
stuff.
was paid?
No, sir. And then neither one of them returned any of our phone calls. So we had to end up paying the $812.39 late, or what she owed.
Including rent
So-
and late fees.
Yes, sir.
All
That she
right.
owed to be able to stay there.
Ma'am, what do you want to tell me about the rent that they allege you owe?
I do agree with the April, May, and half of June. I do believe that I do own up to that, but the other part I do not believe.
The late fees?
No, the late fees is fine. I accept those also. I'm sorry, I'm stating the rest of the months.
Okay, they said exactly what you said. April, May, and half of June.
Correct.
For
Right.
what rest of the months?
The
They're
rest
not
of-
suing you for anything other than that,
Yes,
right?
they are.
Yes, sir. We're suing for the entire lease because she just left them.
Okay, you didn't say that. All
Yeah.
right.
From then plus
Did
the
you
rest of the
attempt to
lease
get
to
a substitute roommate?
No, we had a child on the way actually, and she knew this at the time, and that's why we were stuck in our situation, because we had a child and we didn't want to bring someone that we didn't know into a home.
Okay,
when we were
well, you had an
pregnant and about to have
obligation
a
to do
child.
so. Yeah, whenever you get a roommate, that's the risk you take, is that when that person abandons the lease before it expires, then you have to get a replacement roommate. Whoever, however, most judges will give you about 3 months to get a replacement. Otherwise, the defendant would pay 3 months, not the remainder of the lease. Ma'am, what do you say about paying the remainder of the lease, and particularly the 3 months?
I would pay the 3 months. I do agree on that, but I do not agree on paying the remainder because they ran me off. I felt like I was in a living hell, and no one deserves to
Tell
be
me some of
treated
the
that way.
things they were doing.
They publicly humiliated me. They would constantly say, I'm planning on throwing her off the window. Excuse my language, I'm sorry.
You have something to
Yes, I
indicate
do.
that? Let's see it, please. What else?
They would take the AC unit off the wall. They hid silverware from me.
Our
I
silverware?
can send that
She
also.
would.
Why would they take the AC unit off the wall? Do you know?
They didn't like to use the AC.
They didn't like the fact that you were getting air?
That's not true. She would
What?
I guess.
she would run run the AC bill up so high that, and then she wouldn't pay it. So.
All right.
And she
Did
was
you
hardly ever
all
home as well.
harass her over the internet?
All that we said was that she was out shopping instead of paying her bills because she would come home with bags.
You didn't threaten to throw her things out?
We might have, yes, because we were pretty mad.
Okay, well,
at
that's not all you said. Did you all harass her over the internet?
All that we said was that she was out shopping instead of paying her bills because she would come home with bags.
You didn't threaten to throw her things out?
We might have, yes, because we were pretty mad.
Okay, well, that's not all you said.
Plaintiffs Kristen Martin and her boyfriend Justin Styron are suing Justin's cousin, who claims Kristen humiliated her on Facebook by calling her a slob and a slut.
And so you're saying it was unbearable for you all to remain roommates because you all had such confrontation. Well, people argue, tenants argue with each other or roommates, but when they began threatening each other, then that's constructive eviction, meaning that you could not live together after that. And if they were the ones perpetrating the constructive eviction by mistreating you, then you would be off the hook. So how do you respond to causing all these problems for her and threatening her?
The badgering went both ways.
You have your evidence?
No, sir.
Okay. She has hers.
I mean, I'm not a bully. I'm not the kind
I
of
understand.
Also
She
the-
has evidence that indicates you
I
are.
know.
Also, the badgering wasn't from the beginning. Everything was fine in the beginning. The whole bathtub issue came up.
The issue
and it
here
was
is,
fine.
did she move because of the badgering? And she has provided me evidence that not only did you badger her, you threatened to throw her things out the window.
We could not get a new roommate because we could not get her off the lease without her signature.
I understand all of that, but you don't threaten people because of that, because you can't get a new roommate. You don't say, I'm gonna throw your things out of the window. You say something, you're cursing her as well.
She would leave all of her stuff out.
Got all
over
that.
the
You
place.
can't threaten people. I'll grant you the rent that she agrees that she owes, and that would be for April through June, first half of June. I am going to allow her to move out and break the lease under the theory of constructive eviction. When you all threaten each other, you're no longer able to live together. You all, I have evidence, threatened her and badgered her. You could show me no evidence. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount indicated.
She would just undress in the living room with him there all the time. And there was this one incident, she actually came out in his boxers. It was really weird. I mean, they're cousins, you don't do that. But
Karma's
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.